The AFC is loaded with quarterbacks. The NFC is not. Deshaun could help swing the balance of power by going to the NFC rather than the AFC. So there are some things that are stacked against Cleveland that Cleveland would have to overcome to land Deshaun Watson. So I would guess that Cleveland's on the outside looking in. The chance is that Deshaun does not wind up there, though Cleveland has come off better in the meetings with him than I think people thought that it would. And I think the Browns have a little bit of a better chance than people expected. Saying that, Baker Mayfield, if they don't get Deshaun Watson, and the Browns are back to doing this dance that some people have wondered where it's going to lead to. And you have to think at some point in time, look, they have not signed Baker to a long-term extension. They don't seem committed to him. He doesn't seem committed to them, wondering about their future. And so this is going to continue to go on. There'll be all sorts of speculation that follows both sides. But if they don't land Deshaun Watson, the Cleveland Browns, who are they going to get at quarterback? And it might just be that the scenario is that these two sides are stuck with each other unless some team swoops in and tries to trade for Baker Mayfield, and the Browns feel like they can come up with another suitable quarterback alternative when there aren't a lot of them out there right now, Greeny.
So the feelings start getting involved here. Shefty, again, stay close. Let me bring Teddy back in because I remember having these conversations, Teddy Bruschi, with you. Linebackers don't tend to get in their feelings this way, but quarterbacks, how about it?
It's every off season, fellas. We're dealing with the feelings of quarterbacks and how they get sensitive. And last year it was Aaron Rodgers and how he's dealing with everything. And all of a sudden Baker Mayfield. This didn't have to be done. I mean, Baker talked about his silence, but sometimes silence is powerful. So I mean, where's the Baker that had to earn everything in college and everything he has? If this doesn't work out for the Cleveland Browns, it's almost better because Baker knows this and he should be pissed off that all this happened, and then he goes out and has that right motivation. But this is definitely, the ripple effect of Deshaun Watson and what it does to various quarterbacks and the sensitivity, of those that play the position.
Yeah, Bart, what are we supposed to say here?
I mean, it's the butterfly effect, right? Whatever Deshaun Watson does affects so many others. And listen, it's like Shallow Hal. Finally Cleveland woke up and they took the beard duff goggles off and they realized that they were really working with a 5 and not working with a 10. Listen, no matter what Baker Mayfield, he can never be better than Deshaun Watson. That's just the reality of it. Deshaun Watson, when he plays, is a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback. And wherever he goes, he's going to shift the power. I am surprised that it's not more people, more teams involved in the hunt for him. I don't care if your quarterback isn't Herbert, Burrow, Jackson. You should be looking at Deshaun Watson.
I get it. But let me go back to the Baker of it all for a moment here, because let's live in a world, as Shefty just pointed out. Yeah. I don't think any of us think he's going to wind up in Cleveland. I know we think that might be his best
listen,
place.
that might be one of the best rosters.
I get it. But all of the tea leaves that we are reading suggest that's not where he's going to. Let's just live in a world where he isn't their quarterback, that we wake up tomorrow and he's a Falcon or he's a Panther or he's a Saint. Now what? Now you have Baker, who has essentially posted a thanks and goodbye to Cleveland, and is still your quarterback.
Well, listen, Mike Tannenbaum drafted DeMario Davis. I didn't get in my feelings. I just came to compete.
And he's still playing.
Hey, that's what he said, we both played 11 years. Respect on me, Mike T.
See, he does get in his feelings. Linebackers get in their feelings too. You know what? It's just that nobody cares. But when quarterbacks do, they post it on social media, and we lead shows with it. So all kidding aside, that sounded like a goodbye, didn't it?
Yeah, it is. And listen, he's going to have hurt feelings. He's going to try and put that big chip on his shoulder, have the best season that he's ever had, and say, hey, listen, this is his last shot, right? This is his last opportunity to prove that he's elite. We made excuses for him year after year after year. He has been part of one of the best rosters in football, and they have won in spite of him, not because of him. And the division is only getting better with Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson, and who knows what Pittsburgh is doing. That's another story.
So, Graziano, let me come to you on that, because you're very plugged in with the Cleveland situation. Assuming they don't get Deshaun Watson, are they all in, for lack of a better word, on Baker being their quarterback next year?
I think the way the Browns have approached this offseason is that they're open to the idea of upgrading at quarterback if they can. Deshaun Watson is clearly an upgrade. Yeah. Again, strictly football speaking, right? We're talking about what he is as a player. Yeah. So if you don't get him, you have to assess, is Jimmy Garoppolo an upgrade over Baker? Is Marcus Mariota? Is Jameis Winston? And my sense early on was that they would say no to that, but it is possible that they would, and it is also possible possible that they have Baker back and have to make that work.
How do you handle this now? You're in charge of the organization. Your quarterback is in his feelings, and we didn't get Deshaun Watson. Now, how are you handling the situation?
Be a battlefield commander. Go lift weights. Go watch tape. Go get better, because it's going to give you the best chance to be successful either here or someplace else. And as Hembo reminded me, this guy is 26 in QBR over the last 2 years. He is not a great player by any metric. So invest in yourself, Baker. Get better, because it may not be here, but you want to maximize your ability in the NFL.
Teddy, put a ribbon on it for us here. Put a final thought for us.
And you think Baker should know. The way that he came up, I mean, he wasn't wanted. I mean, he came out of nowhere and was the #1 overall pick. He should know that every single year they're going to try to replace you somehow. I mean, based on this post, it's almost he lost that identity of everyone's always trying to get you.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.